Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 165. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. Sorry we've been gone for 2 weeks. Life's been shit, but we're back now for the Christmas one. We made it before the month ended, so thank you for your
Amazing.
patience. Happy holidays from all of us here,
Yeah.
and
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas and stuff. I hope anyone listening is having a better one than moi. But that's enough bah humbugging for me. So even though that, we'll just go ahead and get in, I guess. Even though this was like 2 weeks ago, Game Awards happened. Sucks that we weren't able to talk about it until now, but I guess just kind of starting with some overall thoughts. Um, how did we feel now that we've had some time to digest? A lot of time to digest, really.
It was long. It was very long, and there was only a few interesting things.
But there
There
were no
were less
movies.
movie trailers this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was better than last
It
year.
was better.
Um, but yeah, there was a lot of really boring stuff, and they still kind of did the whole. Here's like 6 awards, bam, 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 bam. Now watch this 5 minute long ad for Fortnite Lego.
That was the annoying one. Fortnite Lego was in a lot.
Yeah, which is just
Yeah.
Minecraft. And the fact that they probably spent 30 to 40 minutes worth of ad space and
On just that one.
yeah, and Exchange
including
had
any
to
other
put a
game.
bunch of awards just like one after the other with no thing for them is kind of still lame. Like, I hate that that carried over from last year. I get that they're not going to do one for every single thing because you only have 3 hours, but still.
I'd like to hear like what people say though.
They
Yeah.
said they're relaxing that rule of how long they were giving them.
That's because when one of your cameras shows the sign going "Hurry up," not a good look, especially when you're trying to be the industry standard.
Yeah. But hey, Sega had an announcement that I was genuinely excited about for the first time in as long as I can remember. Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. I'm so freaking hyped.
Yeah, that was good. Sega did good.
I'm legit drawing a blank on anything else that was
Final Fantasy was there.
Final Fantasy was
Yeah,
there.
Was there. Nintendo was not.
The trailer. No, was not.
I don't even remember a. Okay, but like
they had an ad.
There was nothing. Did they? What was the ad?
Buy a Switch.
Oh,
you can play Nintendo games on the Nintendo console.
Can you really?
I love the Nintendo Switch has games ad. It is amazing.
The Nintendo Switch has games.
Let's go.
Wow.
I can't believe it has games.
That's more than PlayStation 5.
What? No, you've got the wrong console.
Yeah, it's Xbox. Bro, Xbox on sale for $350 for Black Friday, and the PS5 is not on sale at all. And I think that speaks volumes. Anyway, let's see. What else we had? There was that weird-ass Hideo Kojima game that Jordan Peele's collaborating on. And Jordan Peele just kind of looked like a dude that lost his mom in a Walmart on stage because obviously he doesn't speak Japanese. So, we'll see whatever the hell that was about. It was really weird. But No Man's Sky is still getting new stuff. Monster Hunter Wilds, next Monster Hunter game. Can't say I'm very excited because Monster Hunter's become a little bit too formulaic for me, but whatever. Good on Capcom.
It's not going to be on a Nintendo system, thus it won't have amiibo, so I actually don't care.
At least you're honest. They're making a new Budokai Tenkaichi game for Dragon Ball. if you're into that sort of thing. Oh yeah, God of War Ragnarok got a expansion, got the Valhalla expansion, and that's already out now. It dropped within like a week of the announcement. That was really cool, and it's a free update. So got on
Let's go.
what is it? Eidos Montreal? Who works on God of War? Something
One of the
Montreal.
Montreals.
No, maybe Santa Monica. I don't know. I don't know. Whoever made it. That's
It
a
was
good
very hard to keep up with all of the devs.
job. Yeah. There's that weird Big Walk game that's like the circle bird people hiking through Australia.
Oh yeah.
Made by the people that made Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, I do remember that one. That's gonna be an interesting one, I think. Now, will I buy it? I don't know, but it's certainly an interesting uh,
I mean, after how
starting point.
much Untitled Goose Game broke the internet, it'd be interesting to see if this one can manage anything similar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Supermassive had a game. The Casting of Frank Stone, single player horror game set in the Dead by Daylight universe by Supermassive. That'll be interesting.
Mhm.
I'm sure Alex is probably the one most interested for that.
Yes. The casting of Princeton. But I'm excited if it's more choice based, if they've somehow decided we're gonna do something else. What was the point of partnering with Supermassive, I guess?
True. The Mana series is getting a new entry, Visions of Mana. After 15
Yeah.
years.
Surprise announcement, yep.
Yeah, that one's. I feel like we're already well beyond the stuff that we saw last year in terms of just the games that were like actually like, oh, at least that's kind of cool. And
Yeah.
some of them were like super excited for, I didn't get anything out of last year, so just the fact that Sega hit me with some Crazy Taxi, like, that's really all I can ask for.
Yeah, like quality wise, it was probably better than last year, but there's still like a lot of little issues,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not fixed, but at least it's better. So we can at least hope we're on an upward trend, and this isn't an anomaly. Baldur's Gate 3 is now available on Xbox. Woo.
Whoa.
Guys, go buy an Xbox.
No.
No.
Please. Please buy an Xbox.
Oh, speaking of Baldur's Gate, Chelsea actually mentioned that a lot of her coworkers are like, "You should get it. You should join us." I'm like, is it even multi-platform?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It started on
But, like-
PC and then it came out on PS5.
Or cross-platform. Cross-platform.
Oh.
Wrong term.
I don't know about that. Maybe? That's kind of about some of the. That's really the biggest stuff. There was a lot of things, but
I would hope so. It's the Game Awards. They're the only excuse we have for E3 crunch now.
we did get some good
Unfortunately, yeah.
cringe. We did have some good cringe. The guy, one of the Baldur's Gate guys, wearing armor tied together with red twine. That was funny.
Yeah, no.
His
That was
his armor
awesome.
set looked like a construction paper book you would make in like second grade, where you tie it together with that red twine. It literally looked like that.
That was the game director.
Yeah.
Nerd.
You know, he definitely wore that for the literal game director one, and they didn't even win it. That was Alan Wake too.
Yeah. Apparently, he was crying when they didn't
Yeah.
win Best Game Direction,
Yeah.
but they won Game of the Year. So
Balances out, I guess, but
yeah, fuck you,
Kinda
Baldur's
sad.
Gate. You won like 60% of the awards. It's okay. It's arbitrary. The difference between Best Game Direction and Game of the Year is marginal.
minuscule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in terms of the award winners themselves, so yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 got Game of the Year, the Player's Choice Award, Best Community Support, Best Performance for Neil Newbon. Um,
No, I know
best
Baldur's Gate 3 did not get community support. That was freaking Cyberpunk.
No, best ongoing game got Cyberpunk.
Woo, they released 2 updates and they deserve to be best ongoing game. Oh, that one pisses me off.
Here, I wasn't looking at the official Game Awards website, so let me check. Best community support. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, I had it. You're right. It's best ongoing game. Whatever. It's not ongoing anymore, so it's like, what?
Dude, no, wait. This is bullshit. I forget that Baldur's Gate 3 is actually just softcore porn. And I think the community support is just how many porn mods people made for the game. And like if any game was going to rival that, it was going to be Final Fantasy. And it's not Final Fantasy 7, so you're out of luck. Baldur's Gate 3 got the most porn mods. But yeah, they also got Best RPG, Best Multiplayer presented by Discord registered trademark.
Yay.
So yeah, they got a lot of stuff there. Alan Wake 2 also did really well, like we were anticipating. Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction. And really, that's it. I'm kind of impressed. It felt like they were getting a lot more. Maybe it was just because Baldur's Gate 3 was kind of blending into that, but I don't know.
It's because those two were the ones we were like, these are gonna spleep everything.
Yeah.
So we just put them together.
Best score in music to Final Fantasy 16. Best audio design goes to Hi-Fi Rush. Let's go. Hi-Fi Rush gets a dub. Good to see. Forza
Deserved.
Motorsport for innovation and accessibility. Shocker, Xbox wins that one because that's all they do. Games for Impact goes to Tchaya, which is that cooking game, I think. I don't know. Cyberpunk gets the best ongoing game, like we mentioned. Best indie game goes to Sea of Stars. I'm still a little salty about that because I think Dave the Diver deserves it, but you know, whatever.
Mhm.
You mimic Chrono Trigger, you get claps. So, best debut indie game goes to Cocoon. Wasn't this one that we were like, what was that? Who's Cocoon?
Yeah. I think most people were like, "What?
Most,
What's
yeah.
Cocoon?"
Best debut indie game. What were the nominees for that one?
Oh yeah, people pointing out like the Pizza Tower people just looked at each other like, who?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder were the other games.
Pizza Tower also cried. It was the best ending.
Yeah. Well, that one makes more sense because that's basically the only award they were going to get. That was the only thing they were probably nominated for. They might have been nominated for like something else small, but like if there was one award they wanted to win, it'd have to be that one. Best mobile game, who cares? Best VR AR game, Resident Evil Village VR mode. Shocker. Capcom did pretty well this year.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Best action game, Armored Core 6. Best action adventure game, Tears of the Kingdom. So it got one award. You woo. Best fighting game, Street Fighter 6. Called that. Best family game, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Best sim strategy game, Pikmin 4. Nintendo basically lived in the smaller best ofs categories.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport for best sports and racing. The Last of Us got best adaptation. Shocker. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, most anticipated game. And who cares about the esports one?
Yeah.
The orchestra performance was pretty good this year.
Yeah. Kind of has
Oh.
to be though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure even if it's not great, we're always gonna like that. So, yeah. Hit us up. Let us know what you thought about that Game Awards stuff. Do you have the same issues? Do you have more issues?
Oh yeah.
What else was really? I'm trying to think of what else was really cringe. But
Oh, Gonzo coming out and having one of his chickens named Zelda.
Oh, and not even having a
Oh.
picture of a cuckoo. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And also that other girl that was like hosting the pre-show, and then she was like, "Don't worry, I'll be back for a lot more," and she showed up for like 5 minutes, like 2.5 hours into the show, for a bunch of no care awards, and then left. That was funny.
The painful part is those shouldn't have been no care awards, but they always treat it like it is.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
do kind of agree. I saw one post on Twitter. It's like, I really want one of the 40-year-old Muppeteers to say Honkai Star Rail.
Okay, moving on. What else we got? Microsoft wants to be the industry leader by 2030. Okay.
Which
Hey,
industry?
look, it's good to have goals. No one said they're attainable goals, but it's good to have goals. I have to set goals at work too.
Oh yeah.
I'm forced to against my will, but I have to set goals at work. So,
Oh, I also have to set goals at work. Have I? No.
yeah. What's your goal?
Uh,
Money.
Money.
Large money, no taxes.
Yeah, if I could just win the lottery, that would be so great. Even though I'd never enter it ever.
Make a business that does so well that I can abuse a large portion of a country for extreme profit.
This
There's my goal.
country?
Yes. Any kind. I don't give
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck. Musk doesn't give a fuck. I'll run a lithium mine in Africa. Who gives a shit? They don't. I'll mine cobalt in Ghana. No one's gonna stop me. I'll use child labor for it too.
Society.
Yeah. E3's dead for the third time. Fourth time?
But this time it's final.
But we're for real now. We're like actually for real. Not like the first 3 times or 2 times. I don't know. E3's actually dead. Like actually.
Yeah, it's not just. It's not. Hey, we'll come back later.
I can't take this seriously because every time they say it's dead, like I know that the ESA was like, yeah, no, we're just giving up. Which,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
You know what? Understandable though.
Yeah, no.
They just said, "Screw it, we're done. We're done trying to make this a thing."
Yeah.
Nintendo, I think it was Nintendo maybe. Had an interesting question. Did Nintendo? Maybe it wasn't Nintendo. It was one of the Nintendo things I follow on Twitter. Did Nintendo Directs kill E3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you got to make sure you're clarifying it's like not just Nintendo Directs, but the idea of a Nintendo Direct. The idea of you as a company just making an online video and throwing it out
Instead of having
on
to
your
pay
schedule.
a third party.
Yeah, and
to
like
do it.
and save all your stuff for this one time of the year instead of just putting announcements out when you're comfortable and ready to do so. Just like that. And you can control exactly how it's presented.
And there's
no live
or
action.
There's a
so like
lower chance of leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just part of it. Epic v Google. Google actually lost. Sort of, kind of. It's not, it's not black and white, similar to the Apple case, but the final judgment found that Google Play Store is monopoly. I remember listening to this hearing when it was originally made, and they're definitely going to have to change a bunch of stuff. So, like, the difference between this and Apple is that Apple had one Play Store that was explicitly super controlled by Apple, and they explicitly denied additional app stores on iPhone. But with Google, they simultaneously didn't technically allowed other app stores while doing everything possible in their power to prevent people from wanting or needing to do so.
Oh.
So the fact that Google technically allowed them was the kind of killer. So obviously, court plus big company means nothing's going to actually happen for probably 5 years.
At least.
Because they're going to appeal the shit out of it until it loses. But the jury did unanimously vote against Google for this, which is kind of crazy. So now we're just kind of awaiting what the ruling is going to be in terms of what Google's going to have to do to change their platform and stuff. What they're going to mandate they do.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see. But again, in like 5 years.
Yeah. We plan to challenge the verdict, says Wilson White, Google Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Yeah, no duh. Dude, I love how basically any court ruling that's big these days that we hear about is never actually a ruling. Like, they make the ruling and then it just gets, like, appealed. And then we just have to sit for 5 years until it eventually fails.
We will be doing everything in our power to make this not go through. Great. Cool.
Epic.
And I bet what's going to happen eventually is that the appeal's not going to work. And Google's going to be forced to do something. And they're going to settle. And they're going to do this thing while simultaneously not admitting any wrongdoing. Even though literally in a court of law they were proven to have done wrongdoing. They're just going to deny it anyway. Because you can do that. That blows my mind a lot. That you can just okay, we're going to settle anyway. Which basically it means we're admitting that we did wrongdoing, but we're not admitting to any wrongdoing. Okay.
Exactly.
You're guilty, but I'm going to give you plausible deniability.
I'm going to give you 10,000 ladybugs. We did we did training. I had to do a training at work right before I got off for break, and they were talking about like insider threat kind of stuff, like how to be ready for, like someone's gonna come shoot up the office or whatever. And they're like, keep an eye on your employees. If your fellow coworker has frequent fascinations of violence, and I was like, oh, so I'm an insider threat. Because I just talked. And literally the day before that, when I was in the office, I got mad because whoever at Microsoft decided to default numlock to off on Windows needs 10,000 ladybugs in their house.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes me so mad. And I said that very loud in the office while ranting about it. I'm like, I can't believe I'm not reported. Anyway.
Every time I turn on my work laptop, I'm like, now I have to turn on numlock because otherwise I'm not going to be able to sign in.
Yeah, I know. I try to sign in and then it pulls up Windows Help. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? And it's like, oh, because I pushed in, page down, page up, home, up, down, left, page up, end. Insert. Like a maniac.
So you said the day before you said that. So they do consider you a threat. That's what they were hinting at.
Well, see, for a second I was about to be like, well, no, everybody has to do that training. And yes, everybody does have to do that training, but it was funny, like a couple of days later I saw Jacob, because he worked with me, and he was like, hey, I did this. Did you have to do that insider threat training? I think I'm an insider threat. And I was like, oh my god, me too. GTA 6 hacker sentenced to life in hospital prison. Did he try to kill himself or something? What? Why?
I think
why
he's in a wheelchair or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe he just he has to be taken care of. Yeah, it looks like he's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Indefinite
one that
hospital
ha-
order.
Yeah, he's the one that hacked with just his smartphone, a TV, and an Apple or Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah, it's a very impressive amount that he managed to accomplish with very
Oh,
limited technology.
limited,
But
Well,
like,
because his
yeah.
laptop got taken from him.
okay, but like, unless you're going to give him a flip phone, then it doesn't matter.
yeah. Here's the key to why he was relatively easily able to figure this out with just a mobile phone. Keyword severe autism. And that means one thing, if nothing else, and that is extreme dedication to highly specific things. So if this man was like, I'm gonna hack Rockstar, and all he had was a phone, then by god damn it, he was gonna figure out a way to do it. And I think that's actually why he's in the hospital, is because he has severe autism, and they have to. He has continued to express the intent to return to cybercrime as soon as possible. He is highly motivated. So yeah, severe
Highly
autism.
motivated.
Yeah, I get it. I do not have. I have mild autism, and I understand like dedication to highly specific things. So I'm sure if like, dude, he's so into it that the cops are there, and he's like, oh yeah, as soon as I'm out of here, I'm gonna do it again. I don't give a fuck. Oh, am I in trouble? Yeah, so the judge and Kurtaj's skills and desire to commit cybercrime meant he remained a high risk to the public. He will remain at a secure hospital for life unless doctors deem him no longer a danger.
We're going to turn him into a vegetable,
I guess.
or the FBI is going to use him. Those are the two options.
The real truth is the government's going to use him, but they
Yeah.
can't say that.
Oh
so-
yeah, no, not the FBI, dude. That's CIA shit. That deep state spyware. Like, bro, you're gonna stay in this hospital, but we'll make you super rich, and if you commit a bunch of cybercrime against China, we'll like, I don't know. What do you want? What do you want?
to be able
We
to
won't
commit
lower
your
every
sentence.
crime. So I think
We
You
will
can't-
not lower your sentence, but
Yeah.
you know,
Anything else
We
you
will-
want?
Oh yeah.
Dang. All right. Oh yeah, so Steam got some new updates. So there's now a shopping cart update that basically synchronizes your shopping cart between all of your devices. Cool little quality of life feature. Also, you
that
can
might be one
you
of
can
the
mark
best
your game
features.
you can mark your games private so that people don't know that you own games
That
or
you're-
that you're playing games or that you've ever played a game, what your playtime is, anything like that. So when you buy your porn games on Steam, you sick freak,
Like,
no one has to know.
so. Currently, this is only available in the beta, but you can do it in the cart or in your library.
Do you know? I can't wait to see the statistics of how much NSFW tag games sell additionally once this becomes a full access feature.
During
not just
Steam
beta.
sales,
yeah.
Oh,
most
yeah.
sold games.
Oh.
Yeah,
Number
most
one
sold
song.
game Jerk Porn Hentai 2020. Yeah. It's funny. I was listening to a YouTube channel talk about this, and they mentioned that since Steam started allowing a lot of NSFW stuff and tagging it, like they updated their policy, the chart for NSFW games published and purchased has like exponentially grown.
Ooh.
Which shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker! You make it you make them available. People will do that.
Yeah. Twitch. We'll get to that. PlayStation is not banning the resale and sharing of physical PS5 games, contrary to recent rumors. Now you better not.
Yeah, but the response was from like 2012 or something that I saw. So I'm like, oh, so these rumors are just because.
Yeah.
Maybe these rumors sparked up again because of the whole thing where the new PS5 Slim disc drive. If you buy it as an add-on, you have to connect to the internet to register it.
Maybe.
I bet that might have sparked all of this, but who knows? Speaking of physical games, digital games were making up 95% of video game revenue this year.
Oof.
This does not include mobile games, which it did. I'm pretty sure it would be like 99.9% of revenue would be digital. So in the PC box market, I can't believe there's actually physical PC games still. 1% was physical, 99% digital. Duh, that makes sense.
I'm honestly surprised that it's 1%.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that I
This
don't
is
remember
the
the
real
last time I
reason
said,
they're like, we don't have to
physical.
change the policy.
Yeah.
They're just gonna make the PS6 digital only.
Mhm.
And for the console market, it's 83% digital to 17% box, which checks out a little bit, but that's still crazy, dude. That's under 1 in 5.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, consider this, right? Like, you got people like us who buy both, prefer physical, but will buy digital for games that are better
Digital
suited
only.
for it, like
Oh.
Mario Kart or Splatoon or something. But then, like, I guess, well, I would imagine digital only don't really, or they shouldn't count. They might, but they should not for something like that.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's more just in terms of total revenue. Like, yeah, I guess it shouldn't count because there's not another option, but revenue is revenue.
Revenue is revenue.
And, like, it's like you still have to count it because if it's digital only, you need to see how much people are still going to buy it anyway.
Mhm.
So yeah, total digital game revenue is up 0.8% year over year at $174.5 billion. Physical game revenue, which is down almost 4% year over year, is only at $9.5 billion. So obviously a lot smaller. It seems like console games were responsible for $53.2 billion of that. I guess PC's the rest. I don't know. The stat that I'm looking at is like a graphic, and that graphic is cut off of most of the thing. I'm not really sure exactly what they're trying to say there. Okay, I see. So, yeah, the total console gaming revenue was 53 billion. 83% of that was digital.
Dang.
Ooh.
So
that right there is why we're heading to an all digital future.
Mobile gaming alone is expected to make 90 billion. Mobile is expected to make 49% of global game revenues and would account for 51% of total digital spending throughout 2023.
Much of that is Fortnite mobile.
Probably not that much, to be honest. It's got to be gacha games, dude. It's got to be
So true.
fucking Monopoly Go. Everybody I know plays that apparently, and now I get ads for it.
Because everyone's mentioned it.
Yeah, and they're listening to me, and they're in my head. Yeah. Like Jules started playing it not too long ago, and then all of a sudden I discovered that just like all of my friends play it because Jules playing with all of them now. Like, oh, why didn't anybody tell me this? Probably because they know I hate mobile games. I would judge them severely. Okay, no more money talk. Splatfest. Mid Splatfest. Holiday Splatfest. Friends, family, or solo? How do you spend your holidays? Or who do you spend your holidays with?
With a pipe bomb.
It's going from January the 12th to the 14th.
Yeah, which feels weird. They're like, "Hey, we got a holiday Splatfest coming soon, but also, what if you couldn't actually do it over the holidays? Enjoy having to deal with school.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, we're gonna do this event after everyone's off a break. Thanks. But yeah, so do you spend it with friends or family or by yourself? And I guess given the time frame, shouldn't the question be who did you spend the holidays with? Or I guess maybe they didn't want to do that because it'd be like, what'd you prefer?
There has to be what is the correct answer?
Yeah.
Well, like, it doesn't make any sense.
The meta on this is gonna be nuts. The solo category is gonna be so small, but everybody in that solo category is gonna be so fucking good because they're by themselves all the time, which means they're playing video games a lot if they're on Splatoon making this decision.
Yep.
So that might be the meta, is to go with solo just for the dub, but I don't know. It's such a lame answer, It feels wrong to pick that for the holidays.
I spend my holidays solo. I mean, I have because Alex and Chelsea have work, but like, I don't like that answer. I would much rather spend it with friends and family.
Yeah, I mean, but like, you're not even really spending it solo, and it's not like you guys didn't do Christmas with your family. You just couldn't do it on Christmas, just because of timing. That's how it is. But yeah, so that's happening.
It's still it very much feels like they forgot that they announced it, and then they're like, what's the next weekend that's open?
January 12th, I guess. Baldur's Gate 3 is not going to be on Game Pass, insists the boss of Larian. I remember when I first saw this headline on Reddit, I was reading the comments, and they're like, yeah, right now. But once you stop making money on it, then it's going to go to Game Pass. So give it a couple years, and I'm sure we'll see it eventually.
Woo, super long game going to Game Pass, and it will stay there for a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember reading what he had to say too. He was basically like, I mean, there's hundreds of hours of content in this game. It's worth the money you're paying for it. Which honestly, fair point. It wins Game of the Year, and is super long. I think it deserves the payment.
Yeah.
So
not for sure.
Definitely don't disagree with his take on it, but I guarantee that take's gonna change when he's not selling a buku load of copies anymore.
But you also got to remember the Microsoft fanboy take. Microsoft has trained them to wait for Game Pass.
Yeah, but bro, Xboxes are $350 right now, which again is speaking a lot of volume. So I don't think there's that many people that are. They're like, oh no, we're not going to sell 30 copies to the Xbox people.
Baldur's Gate literally had to get paid by Microsoft to put it on their console after Microsoft was
because
like,
they knew it wasn't going to
but
sell
what about,
on there.
No, they were going to put it on there, and then Microsoft was like, no, the Series S needs to be the same, and they're like, no, fuck that, it's the Series S.
What do you take me for?
So then after, it was selling gangbusters on PlayStation, Microsoft was like, fine, we'll pay you and not make you do the S if you'll put it on our console so that we're not giving them a free exclusive.
I love how like putting things on Xbox is always just like a who's gonna break first.
Microsoft will probably break first.
Microsoft's gonna break first. Because literally everybody has the power against them. Like, no. Bethesda confirms they're working on releasing new features you asked for, I assume for Starfield, from city maps to mod support to all new ways of traveling next year for Starfield. They said they're going to be doing updates roughly every 6 weeks, starting in February. Cool.
That's a fast sprint right there.
The comments under this one are great, though. People are like, but the issues with the game are at its base level.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was reading some about this, and apparently they're trying to add more stuff about survival gameplay back into the game, and they were interviewing Todd, and he was like, "Well, originally the game was supposed to be super heavy survival, and that kind of took a back seat as we got into it, but they're gonna try to add some of that stuff back in. Who knows? This game might be crazy different in 5 years, but that doesn't
They
mean
were
you should.
hoping.
Don't buy it now and hope. Buy it in 5 years.
They were hoping the
When
mod
it's $2.
community. They were hoping to sell it on Bethesda's name and that the mod community would fix any
I think the mod
issues.
community's getting tired of having to fix it, though.
Especially when the game's
Well,
not
'cause
10 out of 10 anyway.
They're trying. They have to fix issues at the base level, which is what drives them crazy. They want to put Thomas the Train.
Yeah, mods are supposed to be fun, not here's the download this mod pack
Here's-
to make the game playable.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't get paid for this, but here's the game functioning.
Yeah.
Oh no, it functions when you buy it. It's just like it's not a good gameplay loop.
No.
Twitch allows porn and then unallows porn, but basically still allows porn. That's how I wrote this, because I didn't know how to sum it up any way else than that. But that's basically what's been happening if you've been living under a rock, which you probably should be at this point.
It is much less terrifying than the real world.
They changed their content policy and said you could do basically porn. And guess what? Everybody started doing porn. The just chatting tab of Twitch is porn. And then obviously the viewership exploded for that because porn. And then they were like, okay, that was a big mistake, so we're going to rock that back. They got to be tagged and do this, blah, blah, blah. You can't do this, that, and the other. But it's not really a tight grip on the policy. Because I personally have seen multiple clips of people just nude with black bars on their OBS. Literally saw a video on Reddit of a dude just whacking it, but he had a black bar across his waist on the seat, so you couldn't see anything, but you could see it fully nude and just sitting there whacking it, talking, and just... I'm telling you, Twitch is porn. Or at least just
Twitch is
chatting.
porn.
Just chatting is porn.
Man.
First.
Which is like, Pornhub killed amateur porn like 40 years ago or 4 years ago, whatever.
Those are two very different time frames, Alex.
Huge.
Whatever, same thing.
Yeah, and this is all because of this one girl that kind of sparked a lot of it. Who goes by Morgue Pie, who, by the way, is a porn star.
She's like, I don't need Twitch. I make money. Because people are like, you can do porn on Twitch. And she's like, people blaming her, and she's like, why would I? I don't have to use Twitch. It would be nice.
Would be nice. But yeah, you already have an OnlyFans and a Pornhub and a God knows whatever else.
Only Twitch.
Only Twitch. Yeah. I'd like to recount what I said about a week ago when all this was happening. My brothers in Christ, my fellow children of Allah, just jerk off and watch porn, beat your shit crazy, and then come back to the stream, all right? It's so hard to separate things. Go to Twitch when you want to watch people play games. Go to porn websites when you want to watch porn. There's a reason we have different websites.
Same website. Make all the money.
But
Oh yeah.
they want to be YouTube. Or they want to be better than YouTube, I guess. They want to beat YouTube.
So they just are like, porn. Duh. How do we
Look,
make more money
honestly,
than YouTube?
guys, let's be real here. I'm surprised it took this long for someone to finally put together that gamers are horny.
It didn't take this long. It just took that long for Twitch to be like, you know what, screw it. Yeah, you can just we can make porn over here.
Yeah.
Steam allowed it 5 years ago.
True.
Like heavy.
Oh, that's right.
Steam's always been like the only place where adult-only games can be. Like no console manufacturer allows AO games, but Steam does, and ever since like 2018, it's been crazy. And I don't understand. I love every time I go on the Switch eShop. There's always like hentai panty volleyball card game for $3. It's like, okay, so this isn't like. I hope your kid doesn't have $3 worth of gold points saved up, because they're gonna buy it.
So true.
So, yeah, I guess you can go to Twitch now for porn. Just go to Just Chatting and have fun.
But then what did they change to bring it down though?
I don't know. It got so messy. Okay, so let's look
They
at
changed it like the next day.
So
yeah, no, literally less than 24 hours. Yeah.
So the original update to their policy was that they allowed certain content if it's labeled, permitted certain artistic nudity under the sexual themes label, game nudity, game nudity has to be contextual and be labeled. Body painting is acceptable with an appropriate label. Mature games label generally covers content, and stream visibility is impacted by content labels. So basically, they're like, you can make porn and play porn as long as you're labeled that it's porn.
And then advertisers didn't like it.
Yep.
Twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label. That was the original content thing. And then they said a couple days later, or yeah, literally like the next day. So effective today, we're rolling back the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch, regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature-rated games. You can find emote-specific standards for nudity and sexual content in the emote guidelines. We aren't making other changes to the updated sexual content policy. So they changed some stuff, but not really a whole lot. And it didn't, like you can stream just black bar jerking off. So obviously, it's not a very tight policy, like I said.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. I love this society.
My thing paused while you were talking, so when it caught back up, you moved incredibly all over the screen.
I mean,
I was
that's
oh no, Skinwalker.
That's how I feel on the inside. And lastly, for our opening topic, China's further cracking down on gaming limits, and a lot of this stuff I actually kind of like. Not that I'm a big fan of China over here, but so a bunch of new rules. Rules include you cannot reward players for daily logins. You cannot reward players for purchasing something for the first time. You cannot reward players for consecutive purchasing. So think of buy 9, get your 10th free or whatever.
Yeah.
There's new limits on how much money you can have in your digital wallet at one time and how much you can add at one time. No probability-based luck draw features for minors, which that should be a thing everywhere. No speculation or auction of in-game items. I'm not really sure what speculation means in this context, but okay. The game servers for stuff must be in China due to cybersecurity concerns, data concerns, even though if you're on the outside, it's concerning that they have to be in China because you know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And all of these rules must be followed within 60 days. So you got 2 months to stop all this stuff. And now the game market is not doing well because investors are backing out. Not that I care, but they're just like, oh no, we're not going to make a lot of money anymore because we can't abuse minors mentally with microtransactions. How are we going to make money, China? There's no minors to abuse. So that'll be interesting to watch that unfold.
Yeah.
And with that, on to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we talk about what games been playing and what games been buying and all that good stuff. Who wants to go first? I don't know. Alex, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I beat Vampire Survivor. Like everything you could do on the Switch, I've done it. Which
Again, best
took a
$4
very
you've ever
long
spent,
time.
or $8 worth of DLC.
Yeah, so I can actually give a lot of advice from that will just make it go smoother. You've got like 3 characters who all have 100,000 enemies.
Okay.
You've got to beat that many up. The best way to do it would be to take all 3 at the same time because it will count.
Like
And
multiplayer?
take them to turn on multiplayer, take all 3 with you. The best map to do it would be the tree one, where the enemies are all plants, so they won't fight back. So your multiplayer partners that aren't playing with you
Okay.
won't die. That's kind of the same thing for the ones that are. You need to get these characters to level 80 because I don't play those characters.
Yeah.
Or most of them. So I started just turning on multiplayer and bringing a bunch of people with me into the plant one, just to knock them out to have their things done. Um, and then the Super Turbo Box too is annoying to get because it's either very luck based or it's I don't know. There's only 2 characters that make your life easier. One's a secret character that requires doing something specific on Moonglow to unlock them,
Mhm.
and the other is the final character in the game, Lady Sig or Queen Sigma.
How many hours did you play in that this year? Like, it only took like 50 hours, right?
It only took me like 50 to do all the things.
You had to do the DLCs.
No, I've done 2 of them.
Well, now
Among
there's
Us
2,
isn't out yet.
and there's also another one that hasn't come out yet. There's 2 DLCs we're waiting on because they announced another one a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, the
What did
story
they
campaign.
announce?
That
No,
They
no,
announced the
no.
character,
Oh
an
yeah,
old
we
man
don't.
character
It's not on
today.
Switch yet.
Oh yeah, we don't have the store campaign. Are you talking
Uh,
about the winter map?
Garlic?
That's out.
No.
I've done that.
Garlic Paradise.
Is that the name of the first
Reach.
DLC?
It looks like an update. It's an adventure.
Yeah, that's the one. So that one's out now on PC and mobile, and no, PC and
So is Among
Xbox.
Us.
And mobile.
Is it on mobile now? Because I remember when they
Apparently.
announced it.
Mobile gets it later, like the Switch did.
Yeah,
Like
mobile
the
and Switch
will-
were waiting after PC and Xbox got it day one, and then mobile and Switch was coming later, and the same for Among Us.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have those now, but we'll have them soon.
Can't play my favorite.
Huh?
You only can play 10 characters in Adventure.
Sad.
Well, congratulations. I love that I'm the one that found that game first, but Alex just went off to the fucking races with that game. I have not played nearly as much as you have. But
He said, "I'm going to."
I'm glad we found that.
destroy
I'm
this
glad we
game."
found that game. That game needs so much more love, especially for how cheap it is. That game is so I literally I don't think anybody would be upset with that game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else you got?
I bought Slay the Princess, which is this choice-based game,
Nice.
and I played that a bit. It should show up on my Steam. What else did I play? I played a lot, but my mind's blanking, obviously. 'Cause,
Yeah, it's been so long.
yeah. I played some Lost Judgment. I bought Cameron and Haley, Henry Stickmin on Steam. I sent to both of them. I played a bit of Persona 5 Tactica. I must have played some stuff. Overboard, a bit of Mario Kart, but not much. I don't know. That might be all, but my mind's just blanking on what I've played over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've dealt with
It is
work,
a long
and
period of time.
I just want to know if I'm staying at my current role or if they're sending me somewhere else.
That would be good to know.
True. Be very useful.
That would be important to know before my program ends and we go part time.
Yeah. All right, Cooper, what you got?
All right. So I've been playing. Oh, sorry, stretching. Lethal Company with y'all and my boy Grady. Actually, with like everybody. Everybody's playing Lethal Company right now. It's fun.
It is.
I put a little bit of stick fight. I like the ones where you can push off the boxes and kill people. That one's fun. That's my favorite map. Because I don't even go for a gun. I just immediately push boxes. Ultimate Chicken Horse. That's fun. I do anything in my power to just make it impossible. I don't even care about winning. We're all in for suffering. Rocket League. That's fun. I didn't touch it a lot, but I did play a little bit. And I think this one will be a bit of a surprise to y'all. I've been playing Fortnite.
Gross.
Oh no!
Why?
Why would you subject yourself to that?
Dude, it's fun actually. I've been enjoying
Well, boys, he's gone.
it.
We lost
Dead.
Cooper.
Rip, dead.
Dude. Solid Snake's gonna be in the game in like 30 days, bro. Goated character.
Holy crap,
dead.
Lewis! I'm on freaking Fortnite.
Exactly. Dude, there was an XP glitch. I already have Peter.
Oh my God, Snake from Solid Snake. Hello, Peter.
Dude, I love that they got the actual voice actor for that.
Yeah. Well, that's disgusting. What else?
Is that where you've been sending your money?
Yeah, I spent like $40 on it. Cause I got Save the World as well.
Are you serious? Oh, bro, you're
Yeah.
off the show. You're out. Give me that OGA and G tag. You're out of here.
$40.
No, he'll just get a new role that says Fortnite addiction.
Okay, to be fair, he spent 100 on
Multiverses.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
And that game shut down.
I really hope it comes back strong. Like,
I hope
I really
you get
do.
something for the fact that you spent $100 on it.
This is where that third person voiceover comes in and says that game never came back.
Cooper's like, I support you, and the devs are like, we don't support you.
We love your money.
Yeah.
Thanks for the check. I'm out. All right.
But yeah, no, dude, Save the World's actually really fun. I hate that they don't advertise it. Cause like I was playing with Kyle and I was hoping he could join, but he's got work at 2 today. But I was talking with Kyle
Imagine
and
having
like
to work.
real couldn't be me. I guess they're down a man today. Nah. Yeah, no, I was talking with Kyle. Kyle is hot, like a very high level in Save the World. He's like, it's honestly one of my favorite modes. I thought it was dead, bro, because they don't talk about it.
It's because it was, and then they broke
Yep.
the main game, which is an effective way to make money, I guess.
Oh yeah, dude, the rhythm game's actually fire because it's made by the people that did Rock Band, or like the Rock
Psionic?
Band people. Yeah. Psionic helped in it, or no, wait, yes,
Wait, is that right?
I think Psionic's Rocket League people.
Oh, that's right.
Hang on, Rock Band.
Which is also in there.
True, dude. That's well, it's not amazing, but it's all right. It's
Are
pretty
you
fun.
playing
Dude,
Lightning McQueen in Fortnite?
you can't yet. I don't know why they haven't done any of the crossover skins from Rocket League. Like you can do
But-
some of the skins, but
That's the whole point. It's the crossover skins.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why did we get rid of player trading so early? If I came in,
Because it's not. It affects the bottom line, and that's all that matters.
They'll just buy it
True.
again.
oh, harmonics.
Harmonics.
Yeah. No, the rhythm game's fire, dude. It's actually like it's songs I know and like it's actually really fun. They're talking about someone found they have a patent for like an actual like guitar. Like one of those old rock
Oh
band guitars
no.
for
Oh
January.
no. We're just going back.
Time is a circle, bro.
Time is a circle.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting it though, because I actually am enjoying the rhythm game.
Let us not forget what happened to the Guitar Hero Live.
Sad.
How soon we forget. Those who forget their history are doomed to repeat it.
True.
All right. Well, Cameron, do you have a lot of stuff? Did you get a lot of stuff?
I have a lot of stuff.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you can go last. Then.
Oh,
We'll have you be the end.
Sorry.
No, you good.
What'd you get, kid?
Yeah, Lego Fortnite, I thought it would be better. It's not. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been playing Minecraft for so long that I like Minecraft more, but I thought Lego Fortnite would be a bit better.
Lego Fortnite is just Lego Universe,
It's
but
just
made by different devs.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah.
it's just Minecraft with extra steps.
True. Save
And
the
we had
World's
to
good
watch
in
a
there.
commercial for it like 8 times during the Game Awards.
All right. Well, then yeah, Cameron will go last since he's got the most stuff. Went to Cedar Rapids, got sick, almost missed my flight back. Actually, did miss my flight back, but there was a flight to Chicago instead, so I could get home relatively quickly. That was miserable.
Wait, how'd you miss your flight?
Car broke down. Toyota Camry too.
Wow,
Never would have bet.
pain.
It's a rental though, so I'm not going to be mad at the car. God knows what happens to that car. But yeah, I got sick. Drank a whole bottle of Dayquil over the course of 3 or 4 days up there. But we
Nice.
we survived. We did not thrive, but we survived. I ran the humidifier for like
That's really
4
good.
straight days in my bedroom after I got back because I was like, I need to rehydrate. That was miserable.
Mhm.
I finished printing this rose this morning for my mom because I was like, I don't have a gift for my parents, so I need to figure out something. So I'm printing stems right now, but I printed this blue rose, and I'm gonna try to print an orange one too. But this one took like 16 hours, and with how long these stems are gonna take, like they won't be ready till this afternoon or evening. If I have to go tomorrow, so I probably won't have it. So I'm probably just gonna bring her both stems and this, and I'll have the blue rose ready. And I'll just be like, I owe you an orange rosebud.
Just start printing it as you leave.
Yeah. I went to the game store in Cedar Rapids that I went to last time. And I got Spirit Tracks. That's one thing I got.
Ooh.
I had a copy there.
Ooh.
Fully complete and everything.
Work
And
paid for that, right?
I wish. I wish. And also, I wanted to mention this because Alex has mentioned this a lot. You know how playing on a 3DS for a long time sucks? Well, there's like this grip I found on Amazon for like $20. It's for the new 3DS XL. it's not like stellar, but it is
It helps.
way,
It's
way,
better.
way, way better than playing on just a regular 3DS XL. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned this and tell you guys. I can send you a link if you're interested in it. It's highly if you're
Yeah,
trying to
send me a
play.
link.
Yeah, it is. I've been using it to help me hold this thing when playing Spirit Tracks, and it is hella
It's
worth
just-
the $20.
Ooh.
And it's I don't know why, but it's got a little kickstand in the back. Like you can stand this thing up. I don't know why.
Display.
A display. I guess.
Yeah, sure. Um,
It's for when you're having to watch a cutscene that's 20 minutes on the 3DS.
yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good. Just pops in and out, fits good. I was hoping it would fit my DSi XL too, so I could use like an OG DS, but not quite.
Mhm.
No, it's pretty form fitting for this. That's what I was actually trying to find a grip for that one too, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, well, let me just get this, and then when I want to play for a long time, I can have a
Because
grip.
the real truth is nobody has the DSi. You can probably find a grip for a light.
Yeah, but I don't want the. I don't, like when I play on my DSi, I play on my XL because I've got an OG DSi there, and
Yeah.
XL next to
Mhm.
it. But like, why would I use an OG? My hands already hurt enough with the XL. Why do I want to use an OG? Like, I'll use it for like 30 minutes every now and then, just because like nostalgia trip. Let me get back into 2009 real quick. But
Let me scrunch my hands up real tight. And this sucks.
Now you understand why I haven't beaten the second Miles Edgeworth game.
um, but yeah, and
Because it was Japan only.
I've been so
They
excited to
bought-
talk about Spirit Tracks because have any of you guys played it?
Yeah,
Why
I've
don't
put a
people?
lot of time into Spirit Tracks.
People don't
Dun.
people don't talk about this game enough, I don't think. And
It
especially in
needs-
terms of like Zelda talk. Like, holy hell, this game is really fun. I'm having a
So
great
you've
time.
never
No, I've never
you've
played
never played Spirit Tracks.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass are like two of the last games in Zelda I have not played. I'm planning on doing Phantom Hourglass after Spirit Tracks, but I wanted to do Spirit Tracks first because that one's more interesting to me. And
Choo-choo.
like, oh my god, this game is so fun. I get like the whole apprehension to like I don't want to play Train Simulator kind of thing. But one,
But
like I
it's
mentioned
so
earlier,
good.
I've got mild autism, so Train Simulator is kind of a fun concept. And it's just so unique. Like this game is so different and it's so much fun. And yeah, the control method is kind of stupid. So like it's not really that
I
fun to
want
play
a
unless you
Switch
have a
port
DS.
now.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
so on board for that now. Like I was
Uh,
already on board for that, but now that I've actually been playing this game, oh my god, I've beaten the first 2 dungeons already. I've been playing it a ton. It is so good. The graphics are super cute. Like they're not good obviously because it's a DS game, but like they're super cute. The soundtrack is incredible for this thing. And the gameplay loop is super fun. I enjoy playing on the tracks. They give you enough
Yeah.
stuff to do while you're driving the train that it's not like monotone. You know there's stuff to shoot at and the whistle.
You
and,
actually have to pay attention.
yeah. There's like always
Oh, yeah.
stuff going on.
No, my
Um,
super train will just run through it.
Well, I don't have that yet. And like the one of the things that I really have enjoyed so far, it's pretty small, but the note making thing where you can like write on the map. Nintendo
Yeah.
loves doing that kind of stupid crap, but normally it's like a optional thing. Like basically it's like totally ignorable. Does not really assist you at all. But in this game,
Mhm.
it is crucial to do it. And it is so helpful because there's a bunch of puzzles where they just give you things and you need to write out and do like, order of operations and this won't go with this, that won't go with that. Here or like I need to draw this pattern out, or they'll give you a path you need to walk so you can draw it on your map. Like this is like the only time I've ever seen like a memo mechanic that has actually been useful and something
Phantom
like,
Hourglass has a similar system.
I'd assume it does. But like, oh my god, I so enjoy that. I've used it a ton. It's the only time I've ever like, man, I love this freaking game. It's super cute. It's relatively easy, which is good because the control scheme sucks.
No, the final dungeon is a pain, and I hate it, and I still haven't done it because I hate it. It's so long, and if you stop, then you've got to start over.
Just don't stop.
And like, obviously, it's not the best Zelda game by far. There's a good bit of backtracking. You know,
It
Spirit
has
Tower
the
Dungeon,
best
Spirit Tower
version of
Dungeon, blah, blah, blah.
Zelda, though, because she's with you.
True. And she's like super animated. Like the emotion in this game is awesome. Like, all the like
It's a
Link,
Toon Link game, so
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. It's man, I'm having a blast with Spirit Tracks, and I cannot believe like this game does not get the love it deserves, and I'm so
Yeah.
mad I've waited so long to have this game. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing it so far.
NSODS win.
Never.
Never.
The Wii U had DS support.
Yeah, but the
The
Wii U
Wii
also
U
had
had
two
two
screens.
screens.
Yeah.
They didn't have the
You could
thing.
play both screens on the same screen, and it was awkward.
It looks like every
Also, the
single
Wii U gamepad had the
DS
same
video
technology
online.
touchscreen as the DS. Like capacitive touchscreen is going to be weirder. Like you're going to have to get a stylus probably to make it work. And it's
Though, knowing Nintendo, there's a 50-50 chance they would just sell the stylus with the game. I would hope.
that'd probably be like an accessory for like $8 or something. And then you could also buy like NSO Plus the stylus for DS games or something that they do. Like I can imagine the Switch being vertical and having half and half playing with that, but you'd have to have a stylus. And it's going to be a different stylus than like a DS stylus.
I feel like the you know how they sell the leg strap separate for people that didn't buy Switch Sports physically?
Yeah.
I think it'd be like that, where it's like it comes with the game if you buy it physically, but you can buy this one, and it's the same one, but it's $10 by itself.
Yeah. Now I would really like not NSODS, just a physical copy of Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks combo pack, and there's a little holder for a stylus in the game box. That would be super cute.
I don't know if we'll get a holder for the stylus. They'll be like,
it's just taped to the outside when you buy it.
This is our standard game box. Suffer.
Yeah. But yeah, I cannot say enough good things about Spirit Tracks right now. The soundtrack especially, I'm really impressed. I'm so shocked at how great this game is. But other than that, I've played some more Resident Evil 4 DLC. I got another chapter or 2 in that. I played a bunch of Gran Turismo 7 with one of my buddies a couple nights ago. We're under the master license now because we have nothing else to do, but we want to keep playing racing car game. So on the master license, and now that we actually have experience from how hard this license stuff is, we got through like a license and a half in one night, whereas at the end of the first license, it was like, oh, let's play for 4 hours and we might beat one race. Maybe. One of the races took us like 4 days of playing, of like 4-hour sessions. Yeah. So going good so far. Let's see. I didn't really play much on my Switch when I was on travel, but I did play Stardew and Mario Wonder and Mario RPG. And oh yeah, I lost. You know that charging stand they made for the Switch? That's like the little tiny thing that hooks on and plug into the side. Yeah. So I lost that. That I had one and I lost it. And every time I go on travel now, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had that. So I finally bought it when I was on travel, so I replaced it. And it was kind of shocking, like relatively hard to find. Not that hard to find, but like a lot of most of the options I saw on eBay were from Japan. Like I'd have to wait a month.
It's kind of like the car chargers, where it was like super, like, every store had it at launch, or when it launched, I guess specifically that accessory. It's like gone.
Yeah, so finally replaced that. Also, totally forgot I bought it and bought a third-party one on Amazon, and then remembered I bought it. So I have the third-party one still in the Amazon box. I got to return that. And I did play like 30 minutes of Persona 4 Dancing All Night on my PS Vita when I was in Cedar too. I try to bring like something random portable to play on long trips like that too, just to change it up. But I barely used it, mostly because I couldn't make myself play video games most of the time because I was sick.
Yep.
But yeah, mostly just Gran Turismo 7 and freaking Spirit Tracks Game of the Year, bro. Game of the Year.
Wow.
Okay, Cameron, let's see what you got.
Okay, so you forgot to mention you played Lethal Company for like
I did play Lethal
20
Company.
minutes last night.
I didn't play it. No, I played it way before you got on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I played for like 4 or 5 hours, I think. I mean, although
Wow.
with all the waiting we did trying to get Zach and stuff, that was going on long before you got on. I probably sat for like an hour, hour and a half worth of that time just trying to get them to get on total. But yeah, I did play a lot of Lethal Company.
Okay. Yeah, so I played Lethal Company. Dude, the Skinwalker is terrifying when you can't hear it. Because it's just like there's no sound cue going, hey, come here, come over here. It's just like it exists. Like even last night, we were like, okay, there's 3 of us on the ship. Who the hell is that?
Was that you? It was either you or Dakota that was playing when this happened. But I remember at one point seeing Josh outside of the ship, and I was like, "Oh, hey, it's Josh." And then there was like a split second, and then right after that, I was like, "Wait, I'm literally holding Josh's dead body in my arms." And I was like, "Close the door!" I freaked the fuck out. It was so funny. That was probably when Dakota was on. It was earlier in the night.
Yeah,
but yeah, that Skinwalker mod is scary.
When we were doing testing on the other friend group, right? And it was just me, one other guy, and I was literally holding his dead body, right, trying to get back to the ship, and I like see something moving towards me. I'm like, that's literally my outfit. I am coming towards myself.
Yeah, that happened to Dakota last night too. I died. And they got me back in the ship, but the Skinwalker took Dakota's skin instead of my skin. And so Dakota walked to the outside of the ship and saw himself and was like, pull the lever!
Pull the lever! Yeah. That game is like a comedy horror game. It's great.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so for stuff, because obviously I did Splatoon, I actually played Persona 4 a very little bit. Played F-Zero 99 because they have that holiday event going on. What else did I play? Mario Kart. I played Mario Kart. There was also the Mario Tetris event. Oh, I also played Pokemon Violet because they were giving stuff away. So I hopped on there and got a shiny Lucario and a Darkrai.
Very nice.
So lots of games for once. Did I mention that I 100%ed Spider-Man last time?
No.
I don't remember. Okay, I 100%ed Spider-Man.
Very nice.
I also, like Alex mentioned, he got me Henry Sickman collection. 100% of that as well.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very, very good gaming session last 2 weeks. We also, since Chelsea's got her 40%, we bought some Magic Bands. This is the pass holder Adventureland one. And then I got her the Frozen Magic Band Plus for the D100.
Nice.
I also got her. So over in Japan, you know how Michikoshi sells all this Japan merch.
Oh, that's cute.
So Sylveon Spirit jersey.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, very good. And she got this.
Big Bowser.
Biggie Bowser.
Very nice.
Yeah, the box is all screwed up because it was like a torrential downpour or something last Saturday. Like they canceled the Jollywood Nights event they had last weekend because it was just like that
Pouring rain.
stormy. They're like nobody's going to actually come to this. Just cancel the tickets. Everyone's going to ask for a refund anyways. Cancel it. So what did Chelsea do? She went out in the storm. and got me that.
Dedication. Hey,
True.
quick. This is a totally random question. How cold did it guys get for you over the past couple weeks?
I think we got down to the 40s.
Okay.
I think that was the lowest.
We got down to
Yeah.
like 19
So-
at one
Oh,
point in
gross.
Huntsville.
Holy
Yeah, right after that, all
dude.
those storms came through.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
and, I
nice.
was, and then
Like actually being able to wear like winter clothing in December, very nice.
yeah,
I do miss it. I mean, I don't miss being freezing every single day, but like I miss having some cold. You know, I don't want it to be 90 in December, November.
Grant's like, I got cold enough for snow, but you saw no snow. This is bullshit.
yeah, we've been having that a lot already, and I keep checking the weather because I'm like, okay, it keeps raining and then getting cold, and then raining and then getting cold, but it's not raining while it's cold because that's not how weather works. But I keep checking the weather because I'm like, come on, there's got to be a day where it syncs up enough for me to get like half an inch. Come on, let me just see. I want to see just a tiny
Just
little
some.
bit.
Enough to get on the car and let me throw a snowball at somebody.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pain.
Yeah.
It's basically been cold enough here every couple days to close the water parks, and that's been about it.
Okay. Just curious because I talked to my dad when it got that cold too, and he was talking about it. He lives, he was in South Georgia at the time, so it was like high 30s for him. And
Yeah,
I was like, damn, this cold front's really like all over the South. So I wanted to ask you guys about that. Anyway,
yeah, no, 40s.
yeah,
I think that's
cover everything.
And I would hope so. I don't think anything else. Oh, the Pikmin. Chelsea's parents got me the little Pikmin terrariums that
Oh
I've
yeah,
already built. So I posted those in chat. But those were
yeah,
cool. Those were fun to build.
those are
There
neat.
was no instructions. It was you better know how to build this from a photo. So that was a
You
good
just
time.
need some artistic vision.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was good. I enjoyed those. I would like for more than just the Pikmin 3 Pikmin, but I'll take what I can get. It's
Yeah.
Pikmin.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything for Faye?
The Christmas banner. It's pretty cool. It came out, I think, like 2 weeks ago, but you know, we got Unica, and then Three Houses Sweep with Dimitri, Edelgard, Duo Byleth and Claude. Pretty short. but-
Duo Byleth and Byleth.
Duo Byleth and
No specification that those are different genders.
Nope.
All right. Well, then on to the tidbits. PlayStation's actually not deleting Discovery TV, after all. So all 3 people are no longer affected.
Let's go.
Dang.
Woo.
Imagine.
The ESRB has started giving blockchain games adult-only ratings, so Epic has changed the store policy to allow adults-only games. That's not going to backfire.
Oh no, definitely not. No,
Well, no, it's not going to backfire. Steam does just fine, and Steam has plenty of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never backfire. There's no problem with this.
Yeah, the blockchain thing is the scary part, not the adult-only rating. James Gunn confirms that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League isn't the last we'll see of the Arkhamverse. Oh, I was so worried.
no.
You know
Oh
what?
no,
I'm
the
still gonna treat it-
Arkhamverse.
I've seen a lot of things. I know one of the, and people are like, but the story leaks are fake. Doesn't matter. The video leak is not. And the video leaks what makes me sad. So we're gonna just go back to it's its own thing. It's not in the Arkhamverse, and I'll feel better.
So we got some input from Enuma on why we're probably not going to get a Zelda type Mario Maker game. Saying, quote,
that.
when we're creating games like Tears of the Kingdom, I think it's important that we don't make creativity a requirement. Instead, we put things into the game that encourage people to be creative and give them the opportunity to be creative without forcing them to. Let's see.
But hey, what's wrong with everyone making 1-1 again?
There are people who want the ability to create from scratch, but that's not everyone. I think everyone delights in the discovery of finding your own way through a game, and that is something we tried to make sure that was included in Tears of the Kingdom, that there isn't one right way to play. If you're a creative person, you have the ability to go down that path, but that's not what you have to do. You're also able to proceed in the game in many other different ways. And so I don't think that it would be a good fit for The Legend of Zelda to necessarily require people to build things from scratch and force them to be creative. And my translation on this is that Zelda's too complex to easily make a maker type game. Mario is a 2D beginning to end. You can go up and down, but it's 2D. There's only so many ways to go, and it can only be so long. And you could put a bunch of different enemies in there and make cues, but like, there's only so many ways to make a 2D level. Yeah. But when you start, and like, maybe you could do 2D Zelda, but even then, like a dungeon compared to a level, or like, like a map compared to a single level is like so much more involved.
I think the dungeon creator in Link's Awakening probably did it about as well as Zelda's going to get for it.
Yeah, and everybody hated it and thought it wasn't that great and stuff. And sure, you could improve on it, but it's just so complicated.
There's only so many options.
Mm-hmm. Like the branching tree of how to make a Zelda map is infinitely larger than the creative tree of a Mario Maker level, or just a 2D Mario level. And granted, there are multiple styles of Mario, but they distilled it pretty well into Mario 1, Mario 3, Mario World, Mario U, or New. And, we got the 3D World thing, which was cool, but like, that kind of covers all your bases. I mean, there's not really many other Mario games you could pick out that can't fit nicely into one of those. And Zelda, every game is different. Like, I mean, certain games have the same art style, and similar enemies and stuff, but
there's a lot going on.
Outside of a few specific groups, like there's the Toon games, and then there's like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. All of those are different. Yeah, like that's like they have the same art style and similar attributes, I would say, but they're not even that similar at the end of the day. Because like one you're fucking sailing everywhere, and the other one you're just a normal Zelda game, and the other one you're driving trains. Like, and then those are all three separate games, and then you got the Breath of the Wild kind of thing, which literally would be impossible, I think. And then you've got like the 2D one, which, like, there's Zelda 1 and Link to the Past, and I'm really struggling to think of many other ways to pick ones outside of that. You could do Zelda 2, I guess, but that's kind of an outlier. No one really cares about Zelda 2 much anyway.
That's basically Mario.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. And then there's, 3D, which you can't nail down. So, like, you couldn't provide Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword and
those would all be their own makers, because otherwise you'd be losing out on the investment or the development money that
you want to make Link to Link Dungeons, go buy Link's Awakening.
Yeah, like trying to make a maker, basically you're already cutting out all the 3D Zelda games, which is like half of them. And then like trying to make a game like Link to the Past, and like, what do you make? Do you just make dungeons? And then at that, like,
That's what they did for Link's Awakening.
yeah, and then like, why if that's a small enough thing to be included as like a side content piece for a game, why would you make a whole game just out of building dungeons again, which are vastly more complicated than 2D Mario levels? Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him for that take. Do I still kind of want one? Yeah, but you know,
Understandable why it probably will never exist. Like, you basically, because with Mario you can just do it, but Zelda you're basically asking them to be game developers.
yeah, especially if you try to do anything 3D. Like Cameron mentioned in Collector's Corner, there's a F-Zero 99 event till January 19th. Vampire Survivors is getting Among Us DLC. It's available now on PC and Xbox. Switch and mobile's coming soon. The Completionist was removed from Sea of Stars because of the recent controversy that he's in, and I don't really know what exactly has been going on. I saw that he posted like a response thing. And there, I mean, I tried to read on it, and it's like a half YouTuber drama blown up kind of thing, and half a like there's a lot of questions that don't have good answers. So, and it basically all revolves around this charity thing that the Completionist did, and I think he has done for a while.
Yeah.
And they're saying that he like kept the donations and that it was fake and blah blah blah, charity fraud. Let's see. From a statement from him, I want to make it 100% clear that at no point in the Foundation's history was there any criminal or financial fraud. None. I also want to touch on why I've been quiet for the last few weeks. A lot of folks have been saying that if I didn't do anything wrong, that I should have said something sooner, or that my conversation with the accusers was considered my full side of the story. But when there is allegation after allegation being made, it takes a long time to gather the evidence and facts to refute claims. And he only posted, he said, it's going to be my only video on this matter. Apologize for taking too long to get to this moment. Disappointed that I was not more straightforward regarding the Foundation's timeline for making donations, and that I made statements potentially implying donations were made when they had not yet been. It took too long for clear action to occur, and I apologize for all of this, but such an action was not done for any selfish or malicious reason. So, yeah, there's a whole mess about it. You can probably read for an entire day or multiple days on everything that's going on. But because of that, Sea of Stars removed him from the game, which sucks because it feels kind of like when, was it, not
JonTron?
Yeah, JonTron was removed from Banjo.
Ukulele.
Yeah, Ukulele. Same thing.
Yeah.
So, sucks to see. I mean, I definitely don't have any opinion because I still don't really know what's going on. It seems like he just didn't do stuff, and then YouTube conspiracy kind of spiraled out of the way. And maybe he didn't handle it properly, but I mean, look, if there's like actual fraud going on, you don't think that he would already be in court for that, like, or have a warrant?
The government loves their money. I think they would know.
Yeah. Especially for how big someone like him is. It's not, like, who knows? But Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has an exclusive costume for signing up for Sega's newsletter. Cool. Did you do that, Alex?
Yes.
Yes.
Bethesda's releasing paid modding for Skyrim 12 years after the game released and 9 years after the last failed paid modding attempt.
I can't believe it's been 9 years since Horse Armor.
It's been a long time. But Bethesda's like, we're not going to let this game die, but we're not going to make anything else for it, so we'll just pay other people to do it.
Oh, they do make other things for it. It's called a re-release.
It's called the same thing again.
I'm so glad my great-great-grandchildren are going to be able to play Skyrim, guys.
Yeah. The Nintendo Cross Seattle crossover, the Animal Crossing thing they've been doing, has been extended through March of 2024, so more people get to see it. That's good. It seems like everybody really enjoys that, so I'm glad to see that. New spirits are coming to Smash Brothers Ultimate. Whoa, is this 2019? 5-year anniversary of the game, starting in January 2024. New content in Smash. Didn't think I'd ever read that headline again until a new game came out.
I mean, it makes sense. They're already having to update it for Sora, so might as well go all out.
Yeah.
Because they did a whole little, extra SP event or whatever, like the week of the 5-year anniversary. So I guess it makes sense. I cannot believe it's been 5 years, honestly.
Facts. Nintendo canceled Nintendo Live Tokyo 2024 because of a bunch of threats. Thanks, guys. Thanks for ruining it. Cool. Appreciate that. Jim Ryan got a PS1 colored PS5. I saw that. I would like that.
So jealous.
Yeah, very cool.
It is so cool.
Man, dude, imagine like the collector brain in me always just throws a tantrum when I think about all the cool stuff that high up people in gaming companies get that's like one of one just type stuff, because obviously, it checks out. But man, to have some stuff like that would be so cool.
Right.
Epic
Still
Games
lost.
still wants Nintendo characters in Fortnite.
Dude.
Of course they do.
Please.
Gilbert, no.
Again, you're off the show. This is your last show.
Well, guys, it's a good run.
Florida Joker demands $2 million from Rockstar Games for using his likeness in GTA 6. Florida
Good.
Joker?
I kind of hope he gets it, so then DC sues him.
Oh my god, look at this guy.
Horrifying, right?
What a specimen of a man. That's so funny.
Man literally went, I made my personality based off a comic book character, but I demand you give me money.
Yeah, I stole the content. You can't steal my stolen content.
This is my stolen content.
So, yeah, can't wait to see. He goes on to claim that he has been harassed since he first went public, and that he and his lawyer are giving Rockstar 48 hours before filing legal action against the developer. This article was published 6 days ago.
Oh, he must have filed legal action then.
Yeah, here's an article from Pink News. Reject all cookies, Pink News. Go away. Stop. Let me read your thing. I don't want advertising cookies. Yeah, Pink News. The Florida Joker from 2 hours ago, is to sue the makers of GTA 6. Let's see. I'm trying to see where he posted this. He posted a viral TikTok clip about it. GTA, we got to talk.
That's all anyone does anymore.
I'm trying to see. In response, one of the voice actors from Red Dead Redemption 2, Roger Clark, told the Joker that Rockstar Games was, quote, lawyered up, man. Which, yeah. They know exactly what they can and cannot get away with. If I were you, I would use the notoriety they just threw your way to your advantage. Capitalize on it somehow. You ain't getting a job at Home Depot with that face.
Damn.
Damn, bro. Why you gotta throw that at him?
Songs
He
always
said,
has
"You
to.
ugly."
You know, understandable.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of those guys that has to like check to see if the company that he's hiring or trying to do shit with is doing a background check as a part of the hiring process. The day before turns out to be a scam. Okay.
Wow. I think we called that like 2 years ago.
The game promised a sprawling survival MMO in the vein of The Division from a very small team. And its trailer
There's money
suggested some
laundering.
sort of epic release years in the making, but many began to suspect that, like Abandoned, would turn out to be some sort of grift. Well, it turns out it's a real game. Technically, it did in fact release yesterday, hitting Steam for $40, and 500,000 people were watching streams of it, which included huge name creators giving it a shot. However, it has immediately plunged headfirst in contention for the worst game of 2023, squeezing it in at just the last minute. While it is a game that exists, it is not even remotely like what it said it would be, with even the overall genre changing.
Oh, it's also the first game that Steam is just like outright giving refunds to everyone that has not already received a refund.
Checks out. The core concept of the day before was that it was meant to be an MMO survival game. Instead, it's not that at all. It's an entirely different game, an extraction shooter where you kill things, get loot, and extract to safe zones. It's not a survival MMO in the least, unless you count MMO as its multiplayer, and survival is, well, you try not to die. So you're telling me Call of Duty is an MMO survival?
Exactly.
It looks terrible. It's almost an entirely empty cityscape where you're lucky to run into more than a few zombies at a time. Also, it's a zombie game without melee combat, and it's full of absurd bugs.
Also,
Right.
like the main thing you
Servers
do
are
in the
shutting down
game,
in January.
like the main thing you do is just loot. That's it. You search all the things.
Yeah, garbage. Cool. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink PS5 and PS4 demo launches in January of next year. Playable characters Cagliostro, there we go, Siofon, and Toyen. Why are you putting these names in here, Alex? You know I can't. That was bait. That was bait. Cagliostro. I think that's the only one I got right.
I don't know. I've never played.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Upcoming action RPG by Cygames as a part of the Grand Blue Fantasy franchise. It's actually coming out on... Wait. Initial release date, January 29th, but also I see February 1st. Weird.
One of those is if you buy like the most.
Oh, if you buy the $500,000 version, you get to play 2 days early?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a... There you go.
It's like
That's a
Deus Ex
reward.
Machina all over again. Old but still interesting for the week, or for the 2 weeks, whatever. The original Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, not Metal Gear Solid 2, but Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, came out on the MSX2 and takes place on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. And originally
Merry
released in
Christmas.
1987. The MSX2, dude. How many people bought an MSX2?
I don't
5.
know.
I want to see, like... So they're all part of the MSX thing. Trying to see.
Also, imagine trying to sell your game on Christmas Eve.
So
Oh, yeah.
it was relatively popular in Japan because there were 9 million sold to Japan for use in or no, I think just total in Japan. Like it was relatively popular over there, which I think checks out based on what I've watched about it. It was used for teaching in a lot of Arab countries, the Soviet Union, and Cuba. That is a big hint as to why it didn't work here. Or maybe it didn't work here, so they're like, okay, we'll go to Russia. That's interesting. A Sony MSX2 machine was launched into space on the Mir space station, or to the Mir space station. Fascinating.
Yeah, gamer.
Huh. Well, cool. There you go. There's your Christmas tidbit. A couple rumors. Let's see. Ubisoft says it's investigating reports of a new security breach. Man, security breaches are all the rage these days. It seems like
Very
every
painful.
yeah. Well, hey, at least this time it's Ubisoft. We might be pro that.
Maybe.
Although, what are they gonna find? Just Dance 2025.
Mario and Rabbids plus Peach.
Again, because Peach is already in the game.
Yes.
id Software makes a Star Wars Mandalorian game. Wait.
It makes Doom.
They're do they? This says makes
They're
as if
going
they did.
to.
They're going to.
It is
Interesting. And it's exclusive to Xbox? Supposedly? Targeting
Yes.
2024, 2025 release date? Release window?
That's
making-
just
Xbox
asking.
done Doom.
Yeah, they made Doom.
Then I guess so. But
This move could give Xbox a major advantage over PlayStation since the remake was expected to be a big exclusive for Sony. I think they're talking about Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, I don't know about that, but maybe. Well, yeah, that was the weird headline to read. All right, maybe Series X's won't be $350 at Black Friday in a couple years.
No,
No.
they will. They'll be $250.
Yeah,
Actually.
$250, and a game, and an extra controller, and a headset, and a $300 gift card to whoever you bought it from.
And if you buy it from
Maybe
Costco,
wrong.
you'll get double that. You actually
You
get
get-
2 systems.
Hunter Cross Hunter fighting game will supposedly be 2.5D. Okay.
Yay.
This is a Twitter leak, so this is for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely not like our 4chan rumors that are 100% legit
Every time.
every time.
Sega filed 8 more trademarks for past IPs, including Alex Kidd, Afterburner, House of the Dead, and Outrun. Dude, Afterburner? Give me an Afterburner remake. Let's go. Come on, Sega. Now we're getting somewhere with you, dude. Crazy Taxi and Jet Set and potentially Afterburner and House of the Dead. Come on. Give me those remakes. I'm so down for
Sega
that.
said, "Oh wait, we can make money off of our old stuff."
Wait,
like
we used to
Nintendo
make
does."
good things. Why don't we just do that again?
No.
Nintendo's been doing that for 30 years.
Nintendo's
Why don't we just do that?
been making money off their old stuff for 30 years. Why don't we just do that?
Yeah. A non-insignificant part of Nintendo's revenue every year is from Mario Brothers 1. Why don't we do that? Maybe it's time we put our differences aside. Even though we stopped making consoles 20 years ago.
Just make more money.
Yeah. And okay, finishing topic. Insomniac data breach. This has been big for a while. And Alex has got a nice big wrap up for us here. So illegally breached data from Insomniac Games reveals that Xbox has not allowed X-Men games until 2036 due to Sony signing a deal with Marvel. Dang, 2036.
Grant.
I can't hear Grant.
Wait, what?
Dead.
Did I die?
Oh no.
Okay, I did die. I'm back. My headset didn't like me. Where did I cut out?
Alex Rapp.
Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex put together a little rap for this. That's what I was saying. So yeah, Insomniac Games not allowed X-Men on Xbox because of the deal until 2036 with Sony and Marvel.
Which is awesome. Microsoft doesn't need it anyways.
Yeah, but come 2035, Xbox can be fighting hard for that. If we even still exist as a society in 2035, which honestly I'm not that confident in.
What if we're just a society of gamers?
Then we're fucked. You saw what happened to Twitch. That's our fault. That's on us.
No, that's Amazon's fault. And Amazon is not a gamer.
So true.
So Todd Howard needs to be CEO of Amazon, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Amazon. Don't you mean Skyrim shopping?
Buy all your mods.
Dude, if Todd Howard took the Amazon CEO position, Amazon stock would immediately take a 28% hit. Guaranteed. But maybe that's what we need. More than a terabyte of Insomniac Games' internal data has been leaked by a hacker group, including internal HR documents, Wolverine game files, and a timeline of upcoming projects. Let's see, we got some lovely Reddit links. Wow, yeah, this is a summation of Wolverine stuff. Concept art, gameplay footage, animation, test footage, the cast, build leaked, roadmap, leaked cutscene, internal PC build, game
all
PowerPoints.
Are linked to videos or photos.
What's the roadmap? Planned 2026 release. Major milestone dates in progress with Sony and Marvel. 13 to 19. Beta build expected in 2026. And going gold and stuff too. So alpha build in fall 2025. 3 years, 173 person team, and a shared studio.
That's insane.
Yeah. Let's see. Game PowerPoint presentation. Zoom drawings with Grant and Gav. Visual pillars. Filmic realism. Reactive world. Visual storytelling. Dude, this feels
So
wrong
much.
to be looking at.
Oh yeah.
Plastic,
And that's
3
on-
levels of wear, dude. They're looking at doing textures for new plastic, used plastic, and abused plastic, like what the differences in the look is. How shirts
That's
should
on
be
top of
folded.
all of the.
They've got like just pictures of things from the area the game's gonna be in, and like living rooms, kitchens, storage rooms, military equipment tables, bedrooms, construction, bridges. Yeah, and just like building concepts for like a safe house and different things in there. How like interiors look, how a plastic bag should look when it has stuff in it. This is crazy. It's very interesting that we don't get insight like this into game development.
Oh yeah.
Food
No, we just see the
carts,
final
lighting, what the wheels look like on food carts, how they should be worn, where the food is, how it's stacked, how people serve, what lights look like in plastic covers versus open air versus neon versus... Oh my gosh. There's all this stuff. That's crazy. This feels so wrong to look at.
Yeah, and that's not even the stuff that's like going to cause trouble for people.
Okay, extended roadmap of Insomniac games. So, right now we're post Spider-Man 2, end of 2023. 2025 is pointed at Wolverine, but probably 2026. Spider-Man 3 is pointed at the end of 2027. X-Men, end of 2029. New IP 1, 2031. X-Men 3. Where's X-Men 2? I don't know. But X-Men 3, 2033. And new IP 2 in 2035.
I think I messed up. I think X-Men 362.
Wow. Deals of the license? Like
That's insane.
royalty percentages, monetary commitments, termination clauses. Dang, man.
I hope getting hacked was not one of the termination clauses.
They should have had the money.
Open image in new tab. I'm trying to zoom this thing so I can read it. Funny enough, I bet this is another thing why physical games are dying, dude. The physical game royalty to Marvel is much higher than the digital game royalty.
Which is why they add so much to incentivize people to get it digitally.
Yeah. Wow. Marvel gets up to 50% of the wholesale bundle price of any hardware bundle involving the X-Men game.
So we're not going to see an X-Men bundle.
Neither party has a right to terminate the agreement for convenience. However, if we do not sell at least 6 million units on PS5 and PC combined of one of the three major titles in the first year after its PlayStation console release, either party may terminate the agreement. If we terminate, we must pay Marvel a $9 million breakup fee, plus all unpaid portions of all guarantees. If Marvel terminates, the foregoing fees are waived. The result is that we would not develop any further titles under this agreement, but we can continue to sell all titles released before termination. This is so fascinating.
Again, I really hope that getting hacked was not one of the termination clauses.
Studio Steam sales, Venom Lethal Protector 2025, Ratchet and Clank 2029, and a whole bunch of Spider-Man stuff, including Spider-Man 3 info, Spider-Man the Great Web, and Spider-Man 3 possible split. Could be a potential two-parter game.
Oh yeah, for the third one.
One in holiday 2027 and one in holiday 2028.
Pain.
Spider-Man the Great Web. AAA premium multiplayer open world action adventure.
There's more info on that one down below.
Yeah. That's so cool. Spider-Man 3. They call it I-34. I guess that's their thing they call it inside. I-30 was supposedly Spider-Man 2 based on this. Define our game vision and pillars with Studio and Marvel Sony buy-in. Develop a series of prototypes. Investigate macro flow changes. Deliver story treatment and macro. I don't even know what that means. By the end of 2023, we're planning to digest player feedback from I-30, Spider-Man 2, and begin working on key prototypes for known new elements, such as Cindy Moon playable Spider Hero, Goblin Army enemy faction, that can get started while the Vision Pillars story are being defined. Interesting. Man, all of this is just so fascinating.
Alex, didn't you say people were like, they're not going to do anything with Cindy Moon?
Potentially, they're looking at it.
Like, because she was one of the teases in the game, so it's like, why wouldn't they do something with her?
Yeah. And all the stuff we just went through is the very tip of the iceberg. Again, this is a terabyte of data, 1.7 million files.
It's still being going through.
I just hope that
Like people are still finding things.
people are like trying to erase the data for the employees.
Spider-Gwen
No.
concept art. So Spider-Man the Great Web. There's literally a presentation slide that says Marvel Spider-Man meets GTA Online.
Yeah,
So that's what this Great
I
Web is
would
going to
have
be.
played it.
That's a good, GTA Online makes money. That's a good selling point.
This was canceled.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it's canceled.
the Great Web.
Here's this game we had. We didn't even publicly announce it. It's
We
canceled.
can see there's like 60 pieces of concept art between like different Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. Gwen has some, Venom has some, Silk has some, so we're probably gonna see this stuff implemented into.
Microsoft may have Xbox has exclusive rights to publish 2 sequels of Sunset Overdrive, including DLC ports or anything related.
Damn.
Now it makes
Well,
sense why
that-
PlayStation and Insomniac didn't release the remastered version of the OG game or the sequel despite having the IP rights.
Wait, there's a sequel to Sunset?
Or it's the remastered version
Oh, yeah, okay.
of the OG game or sequel. I don't know. Maybe they were working on it and didn't. But also, I read something recently that Sunset Overdrive made a total profit of like $500 or $600. Not
That's
500
from this
million,
leak.
but
No, yeah,
$573, something like that. Like, that's the actual profit. So I'm not surprised that we're not seeing that from anybody. Although, again, it was butt fucked because it was on the Xbox. The
Right.
Silk game mentioned? What is that
That's
referring to?
Cindy Man.
Ah,
Okay.
So that would be after Spider-Man 3, most likely.
No.
No?
Think-
I think
Timeline.
Cindy Moon was going to be involved in Spider-Man 3. But
We're gonna have to balance three
well, I guess not.
Spider-Man.
'Cause it might be after Spider-Man. I don't know. Venom Lethal Protector.
they have 2 new
in that
IPs,
Spider-Man game.
which I guess, I mean, Spider-Man isn't a new IP, but that like maybe they're planning to have one of those games be a Cindy Moon game after Spider-Man 3 or something.
I mean,
Internet
you have to build up somewhere.
ISPs are sending DMCA notices to people who downloaded the leaked Marvel's Wolverine play build.
So the reason they know which have it is because due to the fact that demos need to have a way to know who releases the demos.
Hmm. Leaked Sony documents show Sony is concerned with Xbox's strategy.
Of what, buying out the industry?
The
Me too.
Activision deal was a pretty big blow to them, according to leaked internal documents. Yeah, no duh. Why do you think they hated it so much?
Just to hate on Microsoft. Or indie Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Build a PC. Don't fall to the Xbox. For what? Call of Duty?
Woo.
Which I guess like we're like ooh woo Call of Duty, but Call of Duty does make like hundreds of millions of dollars all the time. So
Right.
from a business standpoint, I see. And one other thing, not Insomniac related, Illumination was reported to have shared a pitch with Nintendo to create a shared cinematic universe that would evolve into a Smash Brothers film. So they'd
That
make a
is
bunch
very,
of
very
Nintendo
interesting.
movies, and then they'd make a NCU, I guess, or SCU, Smash Brothers. I don't know, and make a Smash Brothers
I don't
film out of it.
Nintendo. No, guys, Super Nintendo Universe. But it's mostly Mario. Which
Yeah,
is
This is a
exactly
bad
what they did
idea.
for Universal.
yeah. And all right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us this week. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. I know I just said that we release every Wednesday. Sorry about the past 2 weeks. It's been rough, but we're back. We're so back, and we'll back to normal schedule. Hopefully, I don't know. It might be a little rough for the next week or so because of New Year's and stuff, but after the holidays, for sure, we're back normal.
Oh yeah.
So stick around for sure. We'll be around. We're not going
Yeah.
anywhere. Don't worry about it, even if it takes a little longer. Add us on Twitter at All Night Gamers with a K. Let us what you thought about the Game Awards. What do you are you sad about E3 dead? Do you think Google's gonna really get screwed over on their thing? What do you think about China's new rules? All this stuff we talked about. Let us know. Did you get a DMCA notice for downloading the Wolverine playbuild? And with that, we will
So
see you.
why did you do that?
With that, we will see you next week-ish sometime. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.